Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of September 16th. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the tarot, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read tarot like I do, you'll find information on my beginner course below as well. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot de Marseille with Amethyst, the classic Rider-Waite-Smith with White Crystal, and the Light Seers Tarot with Sunstone. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with the collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Ooh, my favorite ace in this deck in particular. These cards are looking actually really good. I know the tower is there, and I know that, you know, my Rider-Waite-Smithers are probably, you know, panicking right now. I'll just remind you that this deck predates all that shit by, you know, at least a century. At least 1 century. So, yeah, this is good enough. All right, I'll see you right now. Before I get into the reading, I just want to complete the thought. So the whole Marseille-style decks predate Pamela Coleman Smith and, you know, the Order of the Golden Dawn's work by at least 1 century. That's part of the reason why I will always have a Marseille-type deck in my weeklies. And it's also why the Tarot of Symbolic Worth that I alternate with this deck is such a fascinating challenge to me, because it's essentially a reskin of the Marseille deck, but it has Rider-Waite-Smith stuff in it if you know what to look for. And that challenge really is interesting to me, because it's like, anyway, I won't bore you with more a metaphor. The metaphors will be useful for you, not for me. The way to sum up this reading is the cliche phrase that I've been saying a lot, that there's opportunity in the chaos. Like, obviously, I was kind of trolling the Rider-Waite-Smithers who, like, their butt cheeks clenched up a little when I flipped over the tower. But it no matter what associations were made later by the British occultists, there's clearly like some chaos going on in this card, right? So it's not completely from out of nowhere. There's a reason Mars ended up assigned to this card, you know? But I think that the chaos ensued here, and the ace in the hole with all the radiant flowers springing out from the 10 of Cups here, like that's kind of how all of this is oriented, is quite literally the opportunity in the chaos. And now we come to our 2 seated figures here. That I think that although the 10 of Cups, the completion in the emotional realm, that's really cool, is the central theme in this. We have 2 seated figures that are kind of facing each other. Like if the queen was up here, or if the king was down there, they would be. And I think that these are, what this is indicating is 2 people coming together from different perspectives, because we have the you know, the chalice in the cup and the phallic sword here. And I don't think levels of agency matter here. As a matter of fact, now I'll spare you. Oh, wait. The King of Cups is actually seated away and looking back. So they're still coming together, but there might be a bit of reticence. So now this new nuance, I fucking love the King of Cups for that reason. And I got crossed up literally while staring at this card, and I kind of noticed what I missed now live, you know? But to complete what I'm saying, I guess there might be a reticence here involved in whatever the King of Cups is. But I think the best way to distinguish who's the Queen of Swords and who the King of Cups is, I look at my analytics. I know at least 4 out of 5 of you are women, but I just want to remind you, we all have the entire deck inside of us. Any court card can be any gender. You're not necessarily the Queen of Swords, but you might be. Assuming you're one of the 4 out of 5 people. And if you're the 5th person, you know what circles you hang out in. But regardless, yeah, insider versus outsider. That's what I was getting at. And, you know, obviously we have the 10 of Cups and the King is the master of this suit. He's kind of facing away from the chaos and completion at the same time, but kind of looking back to it. And I think that the Queen of Swords here, because again, no matter what we think of, no matter what I think of assigning elements to the suits in Marseille-style decks, swords and wands are both phallic, so they both have that commonality between them, you know? And when we have the chalice of the cup and the phallus of the sword, I think that the Queen of Swords lady is more apt to see what opportunity there is in the chaos. And I think that you are in a position to convey the important messages hidden here to the King of Cups. And again, I think I think it's obvious to everyone watching this right now who you are in this scenario, if I'm on target, okay? Which I've heard that I often am. So yeah, it's so, okay, I'm going to just give advice to both of these monarchs here and move on. So actually, I'll probably give it to both at the same time. Basically to the King, just remember to be coachable, and just because you are the master of whatever this is, it doesn't mean that outsider perspective isn't valuable. And in your particular situation for this week, I think it is especially the case. And for you, Queen, you might be the penultimate in your suit. And yes, this ace might be really relevant to shit that you're all over, you know. But you need to just know your place in short, because ultimately these are cups that are the central theme here, and the person that you're trying to convey kind of is the master. So I think that a coaxing method, which I guess queens are known for, if you want to go there, would be the approach. Yeah, that's a mic drop. I'm going to end the reading there. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Start on all 5 cards. Ooh, nice. It's reversed, but still. Oh, nice, really nice. This should be almost perfect. It's a little crooked, but close enough. I'll see you right now. All right, the best way, I think it was just this card that's crooked. Anyway, the best way to summarize this energy is pit stop, not roadblock. I only meant the opposite. So yeah, pit stop, not roadblock. So we have the 4 of Wands here, obviously, the checkpoint card, the celebration of the achievement of a milestone on the way to something bigger. That is, well, the fact that these two are the only upright cards in the reading kind of summarizes my summary. This is an on-the-nose reading of all of this. So let's get into the rest of it. Obviously, the 9 and 10 of Cups here are an indication that I'm reading these as delays. I'm reading these as you're on the path. It might just take longer. You know, Mercury retrogrades will do that. And I know that we're out of it at the point that this week's reading is for. Mercury is direct for me as well, recording this on Sunday, August 31st. But Saturday, August. Why am I saying this? Anyway, your actual message, the delay here, this is a delay, and the unlock is to celebrate how far you've come. And I think that the 4 of Coins reversed at the bottom of the deck is a warning against closing in on yourself. I think that the danger here for you, Group 2, is one of being discouraged by the little progress that you've made. And I think that by focusing how far you've come, and this is kind of reinforced with the boatsman here on in the 6 of Swords, the card of moving on to calmer shores. You know, that's what a lot of people throw out as a sentence when this card comes up. And so there is the change of perspective with help. That's kind of how I try to summarize that. But I think that if you focus on how far you've come, even though it's just a 4, this is cause for celebration. And that's kind of what can turn all of these cards upright. I just now realized, again, I don't know how long I paused the recording, but oh yeah, I know why I didn't realize this first. But basically, the 3 reverse cards are all cups. So it is a warning to keep your emotions in check. Well, the cards in the reading proper, we have a coin, but earth and water work well together. It's all on point. We also have the, the fire and air. They work well together too. They're upright. I think the overall theme is clear, even though I've been flubbing my words a lot in this reading and going on tangents that are useless to you. But yeah, how would I summarize this? I already have, because again, it's really pit stop, not roadblock. And as long as you keep that in mind, that could help you no matter where. I think the phrase pit stop, not roadblock is the boatsman, and you, group 2, are the passengers here. And I think that that's how you can get to the party to turn all of these cards upright. If you like this reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. What a smooth transition, Jesus. Group 3, I almost cut the deck on my coffee table where I actually shuffle these decks, so I'm really curious what your reading is. So I'm going to turn down the cards. Yeah. Okay, don't panic. That's nice. Let's see here. The reverse card here is the Knight of Swords. The Page of Coins also is reversed. This is the Tower, 6 of Wands, 2 of Cups, King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. They're not in order, but you can see your screen. Well, presumably you can. Who watches tarot video? Oh, wait, I do. I definitely watch tarot videos while minimized and doing something else. So I guess I just made fun of myself too. This is awfully long. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 3, this is a really fun variation of there's opportunity in the chaos. What I am seeing from this, because obviously we have the victory of the 6 of Wands in the middle of all this, and it's upright, that's great. But we also have the Tower here. But the thing that made me realize what this message is saying is when I realized that the 2 hands clasping each other in the 2 of Cups right now, well, in this card here, are probably the Page of Coins and the Knight of Swords. And what is fascinating about these 3 particular courts being where they are, we have the double earth, we have the double air, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the double fire, right? If you think that knights are fire and kings are air, I am chomping at the bit to tell you why you're wrong, but that will be for another time. So the thing is, air and earth don't work well together. And they're both reversed. So there's no like moment in fiction that I can just grab onto. So I kind of had to make a scenario in my head. And it's kind of like when chaos ensues, like the shit hits the fan, right? And in the splatter zone, we have two of the worst people you would want in that situation, but they're kind of the ones who are there, and they kind of lock eyes in the crowd and find each other, and they both have this moment of, oh shit, you're my backup? Well, I guess it's us. I guess let's do it. And then they kind of just do it and score the win together, despite not really being well positioned to work together or to even be there in the first place. And I find it really fitting that the King of Wands is like at the bottom of the deck underpinning everything. So I guess the lesson is, or the message is, no matter how good you think you are at whatever it is that you need to do this week, if you're on deck, you're on deck, and whether these are two aspects of the same person, or whether these are two different people, I think that the union of whoever's on deck, just knowing what to do despite being low in confidence in your ability to do it, and just getting the job done together is kind of the resounding message of all of this. So yeah, the Tower is a scary card, and based off of these cards, you're probably right to be a little scared. But I think that whatever shit hitting the fan moment happens or has happened, that you can take this as an omen that, you know, it doesn't matter how good you are on paper. What matters is how good you are right now. Yeah, that's a mic drop. I'm going to end the reading there. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. And if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps below to jump ahead a couple seconds. All right, Oracle card time. Yes, the eclipse was behind the Oracle deck selection. This should probably be good enough. Yeah, that's good. All right, Group A, your card is Development. This is I Ching hexagram number 53. And the keywords are gradual progress, continuity, slowly but surely, adaptability, a time-honored approach. Honestly, I always feel like I'm cutting you short when I do this, but you just saw the tarot reading that I gave you. So you understand why I just need to repeat these words and move on, all right? So again, this is I Ching hexagram number 53. I'll put it on camera one last time. And the keywords are gradual progress, continuity, slowly but surely, adaptability, a time-honored approach. Some of y'all might have a tradition to revisit or break away from. It doesn't matter. Group B, your card is Visitor. This is the 7th lunar mansion. Let me just look at this card a bit. This is actually really on the nose too. I don't think, well, okay, I'll tell you. The 7th lunar mansion is the last bit of Gemini. I don't think that matters to the reading. That probably explains the duality. But I think the theme of Visitor and how to get across someone who isn't necessarily on your wavelength is the thing to consider for you for this week. I find it very fitting that both of these ladies have different skin color, they're facing back to back, and yet one of them is reaching out to the other anyway. And you don't, the lady here doesn't seem completely closed off. So there's that. I think being open to outsiders and being gentle when reaching out to outsiders, that's the key for Group B. Group C, your card is Vesta. This is Hearth. I think that the message, because I don't know anything about the Vesta asteroid, all right, but I think that the Hearth thing is the central theme here. I think the message here is to protect what's yours. You know, by what's yours. That's the toxic capitalist way, but what I meant was your energy, what's actually yours. You know, the flame that's in the middle of this hearth that all these columns are protecting. You know, if they're not paying your bills, pay them bitches, no mind, that kind of thing. I think that being protective of where you spend your energy will be the key for you for this week. Group D, your archetype is the artist. Look at that. That's awesome. The light attribute is expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Shadow attributes, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Very interesting. I doubt many people should be concerned about the shadow attribute, but the inspiring, okay, I'm just gonna go right for the thing that I was thinking of, okay? There's a podcaster I started listening to. Her name is Whitney Euland, and something that she says a lot, that the light attribute of the artist just reminded me just so cleanly of what she said. When you transcend yourself in front of people, that is inherently triggering to anyone who has the potential to do what you just did in front of them and hasn't. And that's kind of the good triggering, and it's good for you too, and it's also good for them. Well, potentially, it's up to them to decide what that is, and I think that is the message of the artist here. You know, the dimension of life that is just beyond the senses and inspiring others to see life that way. I think that approaching the week with that artful, playful, what if mentality would be really key for you. And yeah, seriously though, don't use your talents as an excuse to mistreat others. I also felt called out for that, but fortunately I stopped doing that many years ago. So on that note, I will end the reading there. If you like this video, please give this video a like. I hope y'all have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.